Good morning, everyone, or good evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. My name is Adik Wanishev, and I study computer science at Nottingham Trent University. And I have a very lovely hobby that I enjoy, which is photography. And in this tutorial, I'd like to go through some of the softwares that I use to enhance my uh, photos or videos. And yeah, so for this example, I would like to go through Adobe Lightroom. Here it is. Here's the icon of the app. Um, so I can see right now I'm in the library page and I have no photos selected. So first of all, I like to say that Adobe Lightroom is a very famous application that is used in the photography industry, as it provides a lot of image enhancements, such as whether it be color filters, color grading. You can crop images, you can rotate them, you can do all sorts of stuff which will improve your image and allow you to customize the image on the way you like. So, so as you can see, right now I'm in the library, and the library page, which is the beginning. All of you, if you open the app, you'll be on this page, and as you can see, I have no photos selected. So what I usually do after a day of photography, I have a lot of photos in one folder. So I usually send it to my computer via USB. So I connect my phone to a computer, or most of the stuff I send it to myself via Telegram Messenger. In Telegram Messenger, you have saved messages, or like can literally text the Telegram channel itself, and that is one of the ways you can send your photos to your computer. But I mostly prefer to send it via USB connection, because it is much faster and much simpler. So let's get back to the program. So as I just said, most of you have your uh, photos collected in a folder. That is the best way, rather than picking them as every single photo by itself. You better put it in the folder and then just copy and paste it into the Lightroom. Yep. So right here, I have a lot of raw photos which I took in London during my trip in London during the spring holidays. Not much of the photos, but they're all raw and are ready to be edited basically. So you select the photos. You don't have to select every photo. So for example, I can take this image and it will not be taken into the editing room. So I don't like these two images. These two seem to be very similar and like that. But honestly, you don't have to do that. It's better to have extra photos, so you can have extra preferences. But just for the case of the studies, I will untag them, and they will not go into the software. So as you can see, I've imported my images into the library of the Adobe Lightroom, and now I can develop them. So you go into the developing room, and just through here you have all your images. So uh, very as versatility, so we can go through the images while you're editing them. So for example, sometimes it's just a mood preference, but sometimes you would like to edit your favorite photos. So this toggle bar really helps. So for example, my favorite image that I took in London is this one. So the main tools are on the right, right side of the screen. Here we have presets, which we'll go through later. You have some filters and blah blah blah. But the most main thing that Adobe Lightroom is famous for is its customization options on the right screen. So you can you can edit, you can adjust the temperature of the image. For example, I like my images to be a bit brighter and yellowish. Yeah, I like that. You can also add tint, but the main rule of the color grading is not to add too much and take too much. So be somewhere in the middle. So you can adjust it just the way you like to. So let me just do it the way I like it. And the best part about the Adobe Lightroom is that you don't have to have a very big knowledge and theory knowledge in terms of the how software works. Most of the stuff here, you can control by just looking at it and trying to figure out yourself. As you can see, it's very easy, and you don't have to worry too much. So, for example, you can see here, I go too much on the texture, and my images, they're starting to get a bit of more texture on them. If I take down too much texture, the image becomes very smooth. If I put it too much, it just adds up more details into my image. But I don't want to be too much. So the way I zoom out and zoom in is through pressing Control button and adjusting it through my mouse scroll wheel. So I don't know whether you can see this, but if I press Control and I sorry, and if I pull down backwards, the image zooms out. If I go forward, it zooms in. As simple as that. The zoom really helps with understanding the changes that are going through the image. Uh, Additionally, there's a lot of whole other options, but most of them are really unnecessary, and uh, only professionals use them. I don't use them, and honestly, I don't even use those color grading. Most of the times, uh, I know what kind of image I'm looking for. So, in order to avoid wasting my time into toggling those presets, I mean those toggle bars, I've created my own presets. So on the left side, as you can see, you have presets, and most of them are delivered by Adobe Lightroom itself. Uh, as you can see, there's portrait presets with the filters, otherwise known as filters, and they really help adjusting the image with much less effort put in it in the work. But the presets that I like to use myself are the disposable camera, which which are not delivered by the Adobe Lightroom. I brought them myself. You can download most of these presets on the internet. Some of them are free, some of them are not, but these ones I got for free. So, uh, and here you can see another user presets. So, for example, most of the images, I like the images to be very simple. Uh, right here, you can see a very monotone characters inside this film one F1 filter, and the image looks very simple. It looks very simple, not too colorful, very minimalistic, and that's the way I'm gonna keep it. So, as you just said, you go through your favorite photos. So, for example, here, this photo is very good, and as I said before, I don't like going through the toggles and spending much of my time because I know what kind of images I'm looking for, and those are delivered by presets. Some people might like this one as it saturates the image, but I like to go with a very not noisy, not too complicated image style, which is this one. And sometimes the saturation really looks good on the image, especially when you have a very noticeable colors such as yellow. These kind of colors really uh, scream that you have to saturate them. So that's what I'm going to do with this image. Um, let's see how it looks in green image on the F1 filter and P40. Not much. The, this filter looks just like an average image, so I'll go with this filter. Yeah, hold on. I think my laptop is lagging. Yeah, now it's back. Now it's back. So yeah, I've edited some of the images. Wanted to edit in the first hand. So after you finish your project and your images are looking much better, what I usually do is I try to export them. You have export means uploading these filters, these images, enhanced images from the Lightroom into your computer files. So there's multiple export options. Export with previous means that it will upload enhanced images and non-enhanced images, both of them, into one file. You can export with the presets, which is the same thing as with the regular export. It's just that your these photos will remember the presets that you used, and this way, if you send the image, if you export with presets and send it to your friend, and your friend goes into the Adobe Lightroom, he can he can he can copy the same presets that you have used, because whenever a friend of mine, which I would like to send this image to, when he receives the image and puts it in Lightroom, all these toggles will be already fixed beforehand. So after that, he could just copy it somewhere in the files. Export as catalog is basically uploading the whole catalog of these images, the 20 images. But for now, I like to export only one image. So here you can choose the path. Uh, let's create a photo called London. Select this folder and export it. The next thing you'll see is that London inside of the pictures and inside the London file is my enhanced picture, which looks much better. I like it even more now.